For those who've been wondering if the Awake Mind project just vanished into the night, let me set the record straight. Our producer, D. Coyote, has been on a journey of his own. Not the kind you'd find on a flashy YouTube channel, but one that's far more real, far more poignant. D. Coyote's been walking a different path lately, tending to an elderly parent with the dedication of a saint. His days have turned into an endless loop of hospital corridors and nursing home visits, so much so that he's practically part of the furniture there. It's gotten to the point where even Coyote's mom's got her eyes peeled for potential dates for him among the nursing staff. Imagine that, folks, being single and in your 40s, with your mom playing matchmaker in a nursing home. Life sure has its twists, doesn't it? But this chapter in Coyote's life, it's done something profound to him. It's peeled away the veneer of what's important and what's just noise. And let me tell you, YouTube fame, that's hitting the noise level of a jackhammer at dawn. Makes us want to gag, frankly. But here's the twist. This period of introspection has sparked something new, something vital in our producer. It all began one night, driving home from another hospital visit, lost in the world of an audiobook that lit up his imagination like fireworks in a starless sky. So here we are, about to embark on a journey, not measured in miles, but in the depths of the mind and the expanse of the heart. In this labyrinth we call the modern world, where connections are as thin as spider silk, we're drowning in a sea of solitude. This mass loneliness we're talking about, it's not just a shadow lurking in the corner. It's a specter haunting our collective existence, whispering of missed connections and hearts yearning for something more. Now, let's pull a thread or two from the books that sparked the imagination. The Affinities by Robert Charles Wilson and the Prophetic Foundation series by Isaac Asimov. Wilson paints a picture where people find their soul tribes, groups that connect on a level deeper than any societal veneer could ever hope to cover. And Asimov, he's like a sage, peering through the mists of time, predicting the future with the clarity of a philosopher-scientist. Just imagine for a moment, if we could blend these visionary ideas into our reality. Picture a world where we're not just aimlessly bumping into each other, but where we're part of tribes, connected by the very essence of our being. Think about an algorithm, a sprinkle of AI magic, coupled with a profound understanding of the human psyche, all working in tandem to heal this plague of isolation that's gripped our postmodern world. Today we can move beyond fiction into the reality of this idea, and isn't it a tantalizing possibility? Technology might just be the key to unlocking a new realm of society, a society where connections are not just links in a chain, but chapters in the grand story of us. We're talking about a societal rebirth, built on connections that eclipse the boundaries of family, race, culture, or nationality. Now let's drift deeper into this stream of thought. Picture yourself on a bustling street awash with faces. Faces in haste, faces lost in digital realms. Faces that mask their untold stories. But what if, in this sea of anonymity, there were faces that echoed something deep within you, resonating beyond the realms of chance? This is where our tale takes an intriguing twist, a fusion of the Affinities and Asimov's psychohistory. Picture a world not far from our own, where algorithms, those silent weavers of data, untangle the web of our lives, revealing soul-to-soul connections. It's a digital loom crafting a fabric of human bonds, rooted in something far deeper than societal labels. But this journey isn't just about discovering your tribe. It's about reshaping society's very fabric. In The Affinities, Wilson offers a glimpse where affinity groups redefine social structures, transcending traditional bonds. Asimov saw history as a predictable tide, navigable through psychohistory. Merge these visions. Imagine a society where your tribe transcends your upbringing or geography. It's a haven of individuals who resonate with you more profoundly than you ever imagined. It's a world where loneliness doesn't just wane. It's transformed into a collective sense of belonging. Each person becomes a crucial thread in the grand human tapestry. In this re-envisioned society, our ties are not limited by physical boundaries, but by the ethereal strands of empathy and understanding. Technology in this world is a bridge to human connection, not a barrier. It's a realm where solitude finds solace in the nurturing arms of a kindred group. It's about more than shared interests or hobbies. It's about discovering a resonance of souls, a kinship that says, "You see the world as I do." Envision an app, not a mere digital tool, but a key that unlocks doors to this new realm of existence. You input your deepest fears, your wildest dreams, your quirkiest quirks. In return, it doesn't just offer you a list of matches. It mirrors your soul, introducing you to people who reflect not only your brightest, but also your darkest and unexplored sides. In the world of Robert Charles Wilson's The Affinities, this is no fantasy. It's a tangible reality where affinity groups are not mere social clubs, but lifelines. They're havens where understanding transcends words. And Asimov, his vision of psychohistory isn't about the individual, it's about the masses. Fuse these concepts, and we glimpse a future where we're guided not by chance, but by a profound understanding and empathy. This future isn't about technology eclipsing human connection. It's about technology enhancing, nurturing it. We're not staring down a cold, sterile future. We're dreaming of a warm, interwoven one. Here, loneliness is not an epidemic but a rarity. The phrase, "I feel lost," becomes as outdated as a rotary phone. Let's contemplate this. What could such a society achieve? Envision the unleashed creativity, the harmony, the sheer force of unified purpose. In a world where our deepest connections come to light, the impossible becomes possible. We're not just bridging gaps between individuals. We're constructing a new civilization, founded on the deepest understanding of our humanity. In this society, our affinities guide us like constellations guided ancient sailors. They don't confine us, they liberate us. They free us to embrace our true selves, to discover our genuine purposes, to forge bonds that transcend the superficial divides of today's world. So as we venture into the future, because we must, let's not lose sight of what truly binds us. Let's harness the potential of technology to connect us on a level beyond our wildest dreams. In this future, we're not merely linked, we're interlaced. We're not just forming friendships, we're discovering soulmates. We're not just building a society, we're crafting a symphony of souls. Now let's shift our focus. Let's ponder the ripples such a society would create. We're talking about a seismic shift in everything, from politics and business to art and daily life. In our intertwined society, politics transforms. It's no longer a slugfest, but a thoughtful dance of minds. Leaders are chosen not merely for charisma or cunning, but for their deep alignment with the people's souls, their affinity. Decisions aren't whispered in back rooms. They're made in the open, guided by the heartbeat of the populace. Businesses evolve from faceless entities chasing profit into collectives driven by shared visions and purposes. Workplaces transform from battlegrounds into sanctuaries of creativity and collaboration. Art in this new world ascends to uncharted realms. It becomes a dialogue, a reflection of our collective soul. Artists are not just creators, they're seers and shapers of our collective consciousness. But let's not be naive. Such deep connections carry their own set of challenges. Conflicts become more than disagreements. They're heartaches. Betrayals aren't just personal, they impact the community. The stakes are high, as the fabric of our connected society is at risk. Yet the rewards are immeasurable. Conflicts are not just resolved, they're transcended. We don't just coexist, we co-evolve. Empathy becomes more than a virtue. It's the cornerstone of our society. Our wealth is measured not in material riches, but in the depth and quality of our connections. We stand on the precipice of a revolution, a leap not into a new world, but into a new way of being in the world. From the I to the we, from solitary to communal, from isolation to integration. Now let's take a deeper plunge into the heart of our future society. Think about education, not as a factory churning out identical minds, but as a nurturing garden where unique intellects bloom. Schools transform into sanctuaries of exploration, where the curiosity of a child isn't just encouraged. It's the guiding star of their learning journey. Education evolves from the mundane to the extraordinary. It's no longer about rote memorization, but understanding the intricate web of life. It's about collaboration over competition, where each child's innate wonder leads them to their true calling, their affinity. And healthcare, it takes a leap from merely treating symptoms to healing the soul. Imagine a world where doctors and patients are connected by more than just clinical records. They share a journey of wellness, where health is a mutual path, not a solitary struggle against disease. Our urban landscapes, too, undergo a transformation. Cities no longer stand as mere concrete jungles, but as vibrant tapestries of communities. Each neighborhood, each street, becomes a vital thread in the rich fabric of communal life, pulsating with energy and resilience. But we won't sugarcoat the challenges either. This paradigm shift demands more than technological prowess. It requires a metamorphosis of our collective heart and mind. We must shed the old skin of division and competition to embrace a new era of collaboration and empathy. This future, it isn't preordained. It's a choice each of us must make. Do we cling to the familiar, or do we leap into the vast unknown, embracing the boundless possibilities of a truly connected world? So the path won't be smooth, not even close. There will be obstacles, doubts, even setbacks. But the destination, a world where every individual finds their tribe, their purpose, their home, makes every step worthwhile. We're not just building a network of connections. We're weaving a network of hearts, crafting not just a society, but a symphony of souls in perfect harmony. But let's shift our gaze to the transformed workplace of our envisioned future. The era of rigid hierarchies and soul-crushing cubicles fades into history. In its place, a mosaic of collaborative spaces emerges, where innovation is driven by passion and creativity, not just bottom lines. In this new world, jobs are not mere means to an end, but pathways to personal fulfillment and collective well-being. Companies seek not just employees, but partners in their mission. Each person's unique skills and passions are matched with roles that not only utilize, but amplify their innate strengths. Imagine walking into a workplace that truly understands you, where you're not just a number, but a valued member of a thriving community. Success here is measured not in hours or profit, but in the sparks of creativity, the overcoming of challenges, and the joy of working in unison. Technology in this world is not a cold, impersonal force, but a warm, unifying presence. Artificial intelligence enhances human connections, helping us understand each other better, work together more effectively, and create bonds that transcend the ordinary. The economic landscape also shifts dramatically. It's no longer a battleground, but a fertile field for cooperative growth. Businesses evolve into collectives driven by a shared vision, thriving on mutual support and shared values. This vision isn't without its trials. Moving from a culture of isolation to one of transcended community challenges our fundamental beliefs and our identity. It calls for a radical rethinking of what it means to work, to contribute, to succeed. But the rewards, a world where work brings joy, where every individual finds their place, their purpose, their people. It's a world where our vocations don't drain us, but enrich our very souls. And to hell with the naysayers, because the choice is ours. Do we continue on the path of individual gain at all cost, or do we venture into the realm of collective, as well as individual harmony? Believe it or not, the two are not enemies, because the many, in reality, is just a group of individuals. And we're not talking about a political ism either, because we know how that turns out. From Germany, Italy, and Japan during the Second World War, to the Soviet Union during the Cold War, political isms will always fail. What we're talking about is not the road less traveled. It's the road that didn't even exist until the last decade or so, and it may be fraught with uncertainty, but it promises a future where work is not just a means to live, but a way to make life truly meaningful. We stand on the brink of a new dawn, a future painted with the vibrant colors of deep human connections, a world stitched together by the fine threads of affinity. Imagine a society unshackled from the cold chains of isolation and superficiality, a society where the lonely echoes of individualism are drowned out by the harmonious symphony of collective unity. This is a world where each individual is not just acknowledged, but celebrated for their unique essence. Here, diversity isn't just tolerated. It's the very fabric that fortifies our communal tapestry. This society we've envisioned, it's one where empathy flows abundantly, where understanding and compassion are the currencies that enrich every human interaction. As we stand here, at the threshold of tomorrow, let's make a conscious choice. A choice to step into this new era of profound connection, to reach out, not with just our hands, but with our hearts, building bridges over the chasms that once divided us. In this new world, we become the architects of our destiny. Every act of kindness, every empathetic gesture, every alliance formed in the spirit of affinity lays the cornerstone of a society that blossoms on the bedrock of deep, meaningful connections. The future isn't some far-off dream. It's a reality that we're crafting with each choice we make, with every step we take towards understanding, towards belonging. This is our clarion call, an invitation to step boldly into a future where our connections run deep, where every soul finds its tribe, every heart its home. Embrace this vision, my friends. Let us walk into a world where we don't just coexist. We thrive together in a beautiful tapestry of intertwined destinies. Let every action we take be a step towards this future, a future where each of us, in our own unique way, finds a place where we truly, deeply belong. This is where the rubber meets the road, where fiction flirts with reality, and where dreams start wearing the shoes of possibility. And this is why I'm weaving this tapestry of a connected future, because I believe believe in the marrow of my bones, that this isn't a mere pipe dream. It's a destination we're hurtling towards, powered by our tech wizardry and a deep dive into the human psyche. We're at a crossroads, my friends, where loneliness isn't just a word in a blues song. It's the anthem of our era. There's a clamor, a cacophony of warnings about super-intelligent AI ringing in our ears. But pause for a moment. If we don't tend to the human heartaches, there won't be a humanity for those silicon brains to puzzle over. The escape hatch, the golden ticket out of this solitary confinement. It's not hidden in the stars, but right here, in the silicon and circuits of our tech, in the algorithms that can read our hearts. We're talking about a global-scale tribal rendezvous, where finding your tribe feels like coming home after a long, weary journey. Imagine tribes, not just one or two, but a mosaic, a spectrum. We won't all fit snugly into each one, and that's the beauty of it. The diversity, the variety, the spice. In this grand tapestry, each thread finds its perfect place, weaving a picture so profound it might just eclipse the awe of super AI. But let's stir the pot a bit more, shall we? What if these supergroups, these tribes of deep connection, end up being the real game changers, not the artificial intellects we've been so obsessed with? Extraordinary times don't just beckon for extraordinary measures, they demand it. And that, my dear listeners, is just a sneak peek into the cauldron bubbling over at the Awake Mind Project. We're not just dreaming of a future, we're drafting the blueprint. So, stick around, will you? The year 2024 isn't just another date on the calendar. It's the doorway to this new world we're crafting. Until then, keep your minds open and your hearts ready for the journey. And we'll be seeing you next year.